Most traders think winning means being right every single time, and that's exactly why they are broke. Look, in today's video, I'm gonna show you guys 2 trades that I took, 1 loss, 1 win, but I still ended the day in profits. And I wanna talk risk management a little bit with you guys. Again, risk management is super, super important. I can't stress it enough. If you guys are on my live streams, which if you guys wanna see my live streams, links down below to my community, but nonetheless, getting back into it. If you guys see my lives, I preach it all the time. I tell you guys, always keep the same risk, or at least always have some type of risk management plan. In today's video, I'm gonna show you exactly how I was able to go take a loss, still come back, end the day in profits, all based off the fact that I know how to risk and I understand probabilities on a deeper level. With that being said, let's get right into it. I'm not gonna continue to rant. I just wanna show you guys this. Let's go. All right, so we are on the charts and I'm gonna show you guys exactly how I went down and broke down NQ before I started trading during my London session live. And again, yes, I'm trading London session, but NQ still moves amazingly well, and I'm gonna show you exactly why I can say that. So as you can see, we're on the hourly. I always start higher time frames, and to actually start it off, I'm gonna show you exactly what I was using to make sure that my trades were at a good probability, enough for me to feel confident in taking them. And what I mean by that, again, is my probability indicator over here. I've been building this for a while, guys. Honestly, can't wait for some of you guys to start using it. But nonetheless, I've been using it to dictate the probability on each trade. And it's not a guaranteed you're going to win. Again, in any case, you can have the highest probability setup, but you can still lose. But typically on those higher probability setups, you actually win more than you lose. At least you should be if you have a system. What this does is, again, I have the confluences here that make up my system. Obviously, the higher the percentage or the higher the trade score, that means I'm ultimately at a higher probability that I will win. And in this case, the first trade I'm gonna show you was a 60% trade score. And yes, 60% is low, but nonetheless, it's still at a good probability for me to feel confident taking it. And let me just go and break it down for you guys. So hourly, we're clearly bullish. Yes, I do think we can facilitate a pullback, but nonetheless, we can continue with that overall bullish structure. As you go down to the lower time frames, again, I like a multi-time frame analysis approach, kind of aligning the hourly with a 15-minute and seeing what we can ultimately catch. But again, the hourly, yes, it looks very bullish, but as you can see, we are now obviously within this 15-minute bearish leg here. Yes, price could have just been facilitating a pullback down here to continue higher, and that's where I did get a lot of extra confluences from, or at least a lot extra confidence from, is seeing that. And ultimately, like, yes, we're within this bearish leg, but what's gonna happen? We know what will happen. Price is gonna sell off, it's gonna have pullbacks, and even if it continues lower, we know that all we need to do is continue to target the 50% and we're safe. If it doesn't necessarily want to continue lower and it's actually going to trend higher based off the fact that we're still within this overall swing structure or this swing bullish structure, even better. That means we can maybe hold a run here and continue to let that trade go, ultimately having a bigger winning day. But nonetheless, let's continue to drop time frames. We can go to the 5-minute. We can see that we don't have the best structure over here to play off of, but nonetheless, we still have decent structure where we can see prices now trending higher and higher. But I ultimately relied on the 1-minute in this case, especially seeing that the 1-minute was breaking and making highs. Ultimately, we were still bullish over here. We had a pullback, as you can see, break a structure, pullback, or higher high, higher low. And then what are we waiting for next? That next higher high. So when it came down to the overall structure of price, what am I waiting for? I'm waiting to see that 1-minute break a structure, and I'm waiting to see a pullback. So I can delete all this first. And let's make sure, again, we're using my checklist. Again, I've been using this all the time. I just want to show you guys how to use it. Again, we have higher time frame alignment. Obviously, it was clicked on, clicked it off, we'll click it back on. You can see it's at 6%. We don't have a liquidity sweep in this first case. Confluence 4, we don't have a balance in this case, but we're waiting for the 50 to 71%. So again, not the highest probability score, but nonetheless, it's still a good trade to take. So what am I waiting for? I'm waiting for that break of structure higher. We finally get it with a full body closure. So I'm now just waiting for the pullback into the 50% to take this trade higher. The one thing I didn't like, and I pointed out right now when I was doing my checklist, is we didn't have liquidity. We didn't really take any areas of liquidity. If we would have taken these lows, this would have been a higher probability trade for sure, okay? But nonetheless, we didn't, but I'm still comfortable taking these because I know that price still can play off of this new leg to go higher. And I'd rather take that loss knowing that my directional bias was correct, in the sense that, let's say, again, I did lose, but price came up later. That tells me I was correct, I was just too early. I'd rather be too early than just be flat out wrong, or to not necessarily be wrong, but just let a trade go because it had 1 or less 2 probabilities. But what I mean is letting a trade go because it had a lower probability. Obviously, if it's a super low probability trade, I'm not going to take it. I'm big quality over quantity, but nonetheless, it wasn't the lowest probability possible. We still had it in our favor, so I was willing to take it. And as you can see, price did end up playing out for a while. Finally took me out. took liquidity, and at that point, we took our loss. But nonetheless, I wasn't over, okay? I knew that price still had room to go higher, and if we were gonna get confirmation of that after seeing price take liquidity, I was willing to shoot on this next trade. I still had a good confidence as far as buys, and as you can see, we finally break some internal highs here, where obviously I marked everything up. I saw that we took liquidity, so I went to go change on my checklist to see, okay, we have liquidity sweep, we also have some imbalance as well, so we have everything checked off. It went from a 60% trade score on that first trade to now 100% trade score. And again, you're not gonna necessarily win every single trade that's 100%, but nonetheless, and you know that you're following your system and you know that you're at the highest probability possible. So you know that you should have the most confidence coming into this trade. That doesn't mean over risk. Again, this video is about risk management in itself, and the way I'm teaching you is by showing you an example of how I was able to take a loss and come back and take a win. Again, I lost 1% on that account, or 1R on the first trade. And the amount I lost was only about $400. Again, I was trading my funded account and I wasn't really looking to risk much. But even in any case, I'm always risking small because I know I can go for a higher RR and actually make some decent money on the day. So the first trade, obviously we lost 400. That means if we catch a 1 to 2 on the next trade, which is always my TP, we know we'll make back those losses and add a little bit of profit on our day. So that's exactly what I did. After that first loss, we lost 400. I'm now looking for this next setup. I know it's really high probability. I'm not upping my risk. I'm not going high leverage or full margin. I'm placing the same risk, just knowing that I'm going for a higher RR, therefore I'll make more than what I originally lost. Unless you risked a shit ton on your first trade, which you shouldn't be. But ultimately, again, this video is about risk management and understanding, okay, you can take these losses and come back and win. As you can see, we ended up waiting, got tapped in, price just absolutely ran. And in this case, again, you can hold runners. I had a bunch of people holding this trade for a long time. Again, this was all on live stream. And here's the thing, I didn't need to hold a runner. I made the money back that I lost. I made an extra 400 on top of that. And yes, if I would have held a runner, maybe I could have caught a full 1 to 4, 1 to 5. Potentially, but nonetheless, in some cases it would be nice, but it's not necessary. Again, I made money on the day. I don't need to go start being greedy because that's ultimately gonna hurt you more than it's gonna help you. If you guys are greedy, you guys need to fix that. But nonetheless, what's really gonna help you guys, I'm telling you going forward, is this checklist. If you guys are part of my group, I will be giving you guys that for free, but nonetheless, this is something that there's a wait list for if you guys want access to a probability indicator. And what you guys can actually do is you can go to the settings, you can change the colors, you can ultimately even change the confluences. You can edit anything, you can even add confluences. You wanna add a fair value gap? Okay, add a fair value gap. Boom, right there. And it'll ultimately always equal up to 100. So if you add 3 more, it'll make sure that each one is being scored at an appropriate amount to make sure that it's always equaling 100% trade score at the max. But nonetheless, I don't really need a fair value gap, so we can delete it, goes back to normal. But that being said, if you guys want to get on the wait list for that, you can also get the free session indicator. Again, this is a free indicator, just kind of see your sessions. I always want to be able to see my sessions and see where am I trading at within yesterday's or last session's range. This comes with it for free. All you have to do is click the link below, edgematrixhq.com. Go ahead, sign up, fill it out. It'll give you the free indicator. It'll put you on a wait list, and the first 100 people will get a founder's price. If you guys want to know what that means, you can also go follow the Instagram down below, edgematrixhq on Instagram. That being said, let's go back to the main camera. Let's do this giveaway. You guys know I do a giveaway, but let's go. Look, like I said, you guys know I do a giveaway every single video, and that means this video too. So if you commented on the last video I posted, this is picking one of you guys from this video. So I'm just gonna pick randomly. I'm just gonna throw your name up right here. I'll pick randomly later. Boom, congrats, you're the winner. You win a free 100K funded account. And again, it's not over yet. You guys have another chance of winning another giveaway. Again, this video has a giveaway too, a free 100K funded account for you guys. I've given away so many at this point, and a lot of you guys have actually been getting payouts. I love seeing that. With that being said, like, comment, subscribe, and I'll pick the comment from this video. And on the next video, I'll announce the giveaway winner. That being said, you guys are awesome. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe. Let me know if you guys enjoyed this. If you guys didn't, let me know. Be honest with me. And again, all my links are down below, including brokers, if you guys want a discount code for a funded account. Other than that, edgematrixhq.com. Go ahead, get on the wait list, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Later.